We've gotten some updates with Pixar, man, and it looks like Disney's trying to really. Honestly, Disney has been sabotaging Pixar for a long time. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know what beef Disney has with their own studio and their own company that is responsible for so many of their hits. But these last couple of years, Disney has a bone to pick with Pixar, and you can't tell me otherwise. It all started back in the pandemic when they decided, yeah, your Pixar movies straight to Disney Plus. That way, when they eventually go back to theaters, people are going to have a hard time wanting to go back because we got used to your movies being on Disney Plus. Luckily, they've recovered. Inside Out 2 was a big hit and things like this. They're up on the upswing. But now we just got a report from an insider, an ex-Pixar staff member who's revealing some stuff that is pretty sad to hear about the company. And we do have an update with Toy Story 5 to kind of even things out. So let's get into this article with the Pixar team members. All right. So this all came from the Hollywood Reporter, who talked to this ex-Pixar staff member. And some of you guys might have already seen one part of this story, where Pixar has their first original show called Win or Lose that is coming to Disney Plus. I'm actually pretty interested to watch it. And they revealed last week, I believe it was, or 2 weeks ago, that there was an episode dedicated to a transgender character, and it was just going to be a sympathetic story, kind of letting other trans people out there know that they're not alone, that they can have this sort of struggles and whatnot and be fine. Disney was like, we're deleting that episode. Not going to happen. We just think maybe parents should talk about it with their own. And you know what? Maybe there's some people that agree with that. I don't have kids of my own, so maybe my perspective could change. And it's something I would rather talk to my kids on my own than let the TV tell them about. So, I'm not going to disrespect you on that. But the former employee did have this to say, which I do think is pretty heartbreaking, where they said, the episode was so beautiful and beautifully illustrated, and some of the experiences of being trans, and it was literally going to save lives by showing those who feel alone and unloved that there are people out there who understand. It's very frustrating that Disney has decided to spend money not to save lives. And you know what? You might think they're exaggerating. You might, go roll your eyes or whatnot. Music, art, movies, they save lives. I mean, even my dumb little YouTube channel here, I get so many messages and comments from you guys saying that I've helped you through a tough time, that I've saved your life, whether that's real or not. I'll leave that up to you to, lie to me or not. But when there's something that's struggling, and something that hard that is hurting somebody, and there was a piece of innocent, just nice media that would have made you feel not alone, that literally could have saved somebody. And it is sad that they just decided, we're tired of making headlines. We don't want to deal with that. So bye-bye. So there's that they got rid of. And then the article talks about another change that they decided to make to their upcoming movie called, what was it? Pixar... I think it was called Hoppers. This is a new movie that got announced. It's basically going to be about a girl who gets her mind switched with a beaver, and she learns to live like a beaver. This is concept art. They revealed it at CinemaCon. It sounds like a wacky, fun idea. And well, Disney came to the people making that movie, and they were like, we got a couple of notes we need you to change. So here's the part. It said here. According to the former Pixar artist, the team behind Hoppers, the 2026 John Hamm led, sorry about that, Pixar film on a human and a beaver who swap bodies, was forced to downplay its planned message of environmentalism. Unfortunately, when you have your whole movie based around the importance of environmentalism, you can't really walk back on that, says the artist, who did not work directly on the movie. The team struggled. That team struggled a lot to figure out, what do we even do with this note? Now, again, this is another thing. Disney is becoming completely cowardice and is just falling in line to those, I'm just going to say it, those babies online who make nothing but woke videos. That's their entire day, to wake up, refresh the internet, and go, how can I hate something and make money from it? Oh, perfect. This is it right here. Those guys are winning, man. I hate to say it. Those guys right now are winning, and Disney has decided to bow down to those people. I can't believe this is a thing where we're getting now Disney going like, you know what? I know we used to be high art and we used to be thought provoking. We used to make movies that could be for children and adults to both enjoy, but I think we want to be minions now. I think we just want to say banana and show a yellow booty on screen, and that's what we're going to do now. We're minions now, guys. That's what we do. That's what it kind of feels like a little bit, because again, I know there's some people, again, maybe rolling their eyes or thinking, oh, come on, you're preaching. What are you? Oh, you're a big hero, Chris, talking a big game. All your favorite movies have a message, whether you like it or not. In fact, this environmental theme is in the message of my favorite Pixar movie. Putting Toy Story aside, my favorite Pixar film is Wall-E. That movie's entire theme is environmentalism, is what would happen to our planet if we don't take care of it and we all decide to just sit at home and do nothing and get on those big floaty lounge chairs, sipping on our drinks and getting all big and fat, right? That was the whole idea of Wall-E. Did that movie get ruined for you because it had an environmental theme? No, it was still a cute, sweet, fun, enjoyable movie that also had a good message to send out there. Take care of the planet. And now Disney is so afraid of these terrible headlines because, let's face it, they have been losing money, but it's not because of go woke, go broke. No. In fact, Barbie, Wicked, biggest movies of the last 2 years, very woke messages in terms of women empowerment, racism in Wicked, and they're making money. Where's the go woke, go broke in that? At the end of the day, it's just about making a good movie. And so they blame things like the Lightyear kiss, right? The Lightyear same-sex kiss. That's not why that movie flopped. That's not why the movie flopped. And this is coming from someone who liked Lightyear, because the movie was not that good. All right, I liked Lightyear because I grew up on that Lightyear show or whatnot. But this scene, this half a second scene, is not why the movie flopped. It flopped because the movie was not that good. And I don't know how many people wanted to see a Toy Story movie without the other Toy Story members, right? That's just what happened. That movie did not flop because of that. And so many things like that. And Disney thinks that's why they're losing money, because of their messaging. When I don't think so. I don't think so. It sucks that even a movie like this, that was probably going to be good, is now going to have to be dumbed down. They're going to have to get rid of maybe a lot of emotional or important scenes because, well, it's too much message. Can we add a fart joke instead of that message? I'm thinking about some of the big moments in Wall-E where Wall-E no longer is in love with Eve and is just trying to save the planet because of that little plant and he's about to get crushed. Very emotional, sad scene. How about we don't do that? That's too much. The Wild Robot, another great movie that came out this year, had environmental themes as well. The whole movie, you're seeing her, the ducks travel, and you're seeing cities underwater because the ice caps are melting, so sea levels are rising. People are having to live in these hubs. There's an environmental theme also in The Wild Robot. Literally one of my favorite movies of this year, not because of the theme, but because the movie is so beautiful and captures all those themes without it hindering its story. So I don't know. I get passionate and I get upset about it, but it's just sad to see one of my favorite companies now having to be forced to do these things. And these other people that I have no respect for ruining art in a lot of ways. So yeah, it's not just about the transgender thing. It's things like this. And who knows? Whatever other Pixar movies right now are in the works, you can bet that they're dumbing it down. And that also is probably why, no offense, we had this Toy Story 5 update from Tim Allen, who is famously very conservative and, believe in what you want. I still like Tim Allen and enjoy his movies. But Tim Allen did come out and say, Tim Allen reveals he has already recorded most of his lines for Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story 5. It's really good story, guys. It's really good. And he even goes on to say it's really clever. Probably because they got rid of any messaging that is inoffensive or a little too provocative and thought-provoking. And remember, the message of this movie is, kids who prefer to be on tablets and now toys are no longer there. I'm guessing that's just a theme he's okay with. That's not a theme that bothers him. So he's like, yeah, there we go. It's clever, guys. It's clever. There's no wokeness in here. I made sure of it. So we'll see. I'm still excited for Toy Story 5, though. That could be a pretty good theme, but I hope it just doesn't sound too boomerish of like, iPads are the devil. There's some benefits to being an iPad kid. Like you could learn coding. Coding could be very important in the future. I don't know, man. All is to say, I'm still looking forward to all these projects, but I just hope Disney comes to a realization that's like, that's not really the reason you're losing money, man. You've always had messages and themes in your movie. At the end of the day, just make a good movie. Just realize when your movie's bad, you know? And in fact, that segues us perfectly to Spider-Man 4 talk. So you guys let me know what you think about Pixar in here.